sides. Okay, so however I'm holding my hold them the same way in the after. Okay. So like if I'm holding them this way, you know, I don't want to hold my hand this way the before and then like this in the after because it's gonna like it's stretched. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so let's pretend that you just cut this open, and now I want you to unfold it. Do you want your front door open? Oh, somebody's shutting it. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So what's the best way? Because it's like, oh. So, yep. I know, sometimes unfolding it is the hardest part. I think when I wrapped Diane the first time, I think I put it on the wrong way. I probably put it on like you, like this, Diane. So, and then one more. Okay. If you can squint a little bit. That's very hard. Okay, so you can see. That's funny. You can all see that the cream is on the inside. And then I always say it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. Okay. And then everyone says, "Oh, it is really cold." Yeah, I told you. Doesn't everyone always say that? Yes. Okay. Yep, and just kind of spread it out. And when I'm wrapping people, I just say, okay, when you do this at home, because I'm already like planting the seed in their head that I'm not going to wrap them every time. I don't want them to come over to my house every week. Yeah. You know, I want them to know like, oh, I'm going to do this at my house, okay? So now it's on, and you can either use Saran wrap, or this is our Fab Wrap. I like Saran wrap. I like to be nice and tight. What's the key to getting it to not roll? The Saran wrap.
Twist it, and when it's in the back.
Yeah, you can twist it on the sides, or even if it rolls, it rolls.
So starting in
it doesn't roll. It doesn't roll. Because I did it Monday morning and nothing rolled at all, and then I did it exactly the same today. I did it like I had it first.
If you like twist it, it'll kind of like make it little, you know, like a little twisty in the back, and it helps it kind of get it tighter, and I feel like it helps it.
And I usually go just like 2 times around.
I made my husband rewrap it 8 times around.
Yeah. As long as it's, Saran wrap just
I go crazy. That's why I'm at a Saran wrap.
I have like 4 packages of Saran wrap.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, that's good work. Okay, so that's how you wrap if you have not wrapped. So when I'm wrapping, pictures are a must. Literally, people will fight with you, but you're just like, nope, sorry, like I'm your wrap girl. This is what we do. And then, you know, when I'm wrapping them in Saran wrap, I always make a point to be like, okay, this is not like magic Saran wrap. Like I just got this at silly Walmart. You know, like the magic is not in the Saran wrap. And then I say again, when you're at home, if you don't want to use Saran wrap, you can use an Ace bandage, or you can use a one-piece swimsuit, or yoga pants that flip up. Like I'm just wanting them to like paint the picture of, okay, I need to,
hold it
exactly, just hold it in place. Like there's nothing magic about it. There's just cream on it that I just don't want it, moving around. Okay, wrapping wasn't even on my agenda, but I figured I need to wrap today, so I just thought, might as well. Okay. Do we have anyone that has not officially chosen the opportunity yet? Perfect. Yay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to go a little bit over the opportunity side of why it works, why now, and then also why our team, because we're the best, I guess.
It is.
We are. So this wrap that I just put on, it's an all natural botanical wrap made with all plant-based ingredients. And so unlike, McDonald's or, whatever we put in our body, the junk that we put in our body, this is totally healthy for us. All natural. actually really good for what we're putting inside of our bodies. This is like that new bandwagon of everyone's on the plant-based stuff, the all natural. Everyone's like super hyped up about that. So, as a It Works distributor, it's really great for us to say, this is all natural, plant-based. And, when you say the word plant-based, people are like, oh yeah, I like that. It's like, you have McDonald's for lunch. Like, you don't really care about that. Exactly. Really important to me. I'm like, okay, whatever, weirdo. But, so the wrap is tightening, toning, and firming in only 45 minutes. This is a first to market product that you cannot get anywhere but an It Works distributor like myself, like you guys, and then also like you when you join our team. Your friends can get it through you. Okay, perfect. What's so amazing about the wrap and our products is, well, especially the wrap, it's our flagship product, because they can't get it through anyone but us. You can't go to Sephora, you can't go to Walmart, you can't go get it. You have to get what drives our business, for not only the long term, but, very, very marketable. We have copycats out there, but no one has our blend. No one is doing what we are doing, and that's basically job security for us. What the wrap is doing is not a fad. In 2016, 2018, we're not going to be like, oh my gosh, does everyone love my muffin top? Like, no, muffin tops will never be in style. Cellulite will never be in style. We are such a vain society. And to slap a wrap on, for 45 minutes, while doing a meeting or unloading the dishwasher or, going to get your teeth cleaned or whatever, it's not something that you have to be like, I have a wrap on and I can't do anything. Except I do sometimes when I don't want to do anything. Sorry, Brett, I'm wrapping. I can't. Oh, you're right here. Dang it. It's so easy, and, especially after women have babies, like, we are very self-conscious about our belly or, about our thighs or really anywhere. We all have, those little insecurities, and the wrap can fix all that, okay? I wanted to I'll go through the party pad just super, super fast. This is our party pad. When you're at a wrap appointment or a wrap party, this is exactly what you're gonna say. I love our company because you don't have to come into a wrap appointment or a wrap session. I'm trying to get to it for 2 years. I've been calling it a wrap party. And I'm trying to change my mind and not calling it a party because people freak out about like the word party. Yeah. And I'm trying to train my brain to say session. So I'm a work in progress, you guys. So literally you bring your wraps in a little, they come in a box of 4 in a box. However many that you need for that session. You bring your saran wrap, you bring a couple of your greens on the go to sample, and your fat fighters and your party pad, okay? There's no setup, don't bring balloons, don't bring, frames, stuff, and a huge setup. You bring your purse or like a little party bag, okay? I know, you guys are laughing because they were my first party, our first party. We had
session.
No, it was a party bag. If I had my pop-up banner that we have at events, I probably would have brought it to their house because I'm like, hello, we're here for a wrap party. We probably did stop and get balloons. Like, we were crazy and we did not know any better, and they still became our LCs. So I guess you can do all that stuff, but it is so much better to just keep it simple and just walk in with your bag. And a lot of the time, you kind of like freak the hostess out. Like, do you need me to help you get stuff out of your car? Like, nope. I'm a rep girl on the go, like this is it, and people really love that, and especially when they're thinking about the opportunity, they're like, hey, that girl just walked in with her purse, or her little, wrap bag or whatever, like, it's really enticing. Okay, so this is, I'm just gonna super go fast through this. So this is she just wrapped me up, now she's gonna go through the party pad. So she's gonna talk about, so now I'm gonna pretend you guys have the wraps on, okay? Thank you so much for coming. We all have our wraps on. Are you starting to feel the tingle, kind of cool, hot? People will say, you know, they get cool and hot. I'm getting the tingle right now. And so they'll kind of be like a little chatter, you know, discussion. And then this is where I'll show a dry wrap. And so anytime that you wrap in your house, if you don't have a dry house, just after you wrap, just wash it off underneath the sink and then just lay it out so it's dry. So then you can put it in your little wrap bag and then you can show the dry wrap during this part. So I usually say, you know, I love this wrap. We all have it on our bellies today, which is so awesome. But what I love about this product is not only it's affordable, but it is, you can put it on all different parts of your body. You know, women, especially, you know, myself, I have, you know, our brain plays tricks on us, and our brain tells us that we have multiple areas that we have to work on. And so this wrap is totally customizable to what you want on our belly. And I literally take the dry wrap so they can see what they have on. Because a lot of them, when you're wrapping them, they're not really watching you. Okay, so I'm like, okay, today we have it on our belly. And then I'm like, or let's look at all the other places that you can put it on. You can put it on, and I kind of like fold it, and like you can put it on, you know, your inner thigh to get that like thigh gap. You can put it on your, and I'm literally putting the wrap on these places. You can put it under your booty for a little booty lift, and they're like, oh yeah. I'm telling you, all my wrap sessions, it's like the same thing, because I make the same jokes and then people make the same jokes like that. You know what I mean? Like I say the same things and then people are just, you know, the same. I put it on my arms so that then I can say like, you guys, tank top season is like here right now, and you know, we don't want those like saggy arms. And then I hold it again. I'm like, hey, you can cut a little part off and put it under your chin. And then I literally do this. I'm like, for the perfect selfie, and people just laugh. And so I try to make it personable, and I try, like, I walk into someone's house, you know, I possibly only know the hostess, but right when I get there, every single one of those people that are there, they're my new best friend. I'm acting like, hey, we've known you for years. Shut up, it's just your belly. I'm just trying to make them feel so comfortable. I'm just, you know, overplaying like the best friend card, and so I just want them to feel, you know, very comfortable. Let's see. So take it out, put it on, results in only 45 minutes. Okay, so this is what it does. It tightens, tones, and firms through an all-natural botanical gel. And then sometimes people ask, well, how does it work? And I say, you know what? I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I don't know how it works, but guess what? It works. So I know that all the ingredients are all natural. I feel super comfortable about that. And I don't really care how it works. And so I'm using water to really, you know, add hydration back into my skin. And, you know, I'm comfortable with that. And a lot of times people are like, yeah, I'm comfortable with that too. If someone is really crazy and they really want to know how it works, the gel is going into your, basically your cells, and you're using water to detox your fat cells. Okay, the cream is also adding hydration back into the skin, so that's how we're going to see the fading of stretch marks, skin impurities like cellulite, scarring, like we're just adding hydration back because it's basically damaged skin. Okay, so if that's nothing I would ever post on Facebook. On Facebook, we just say tight and tone and firm. But if someone's like, no, I really need to know how it works, then you can kind of be like, well, it's like a detox of your fat cells, adding hydration back, and that usually like calms them down. Okay. I always say, you know, this product, you can only get it through a distributor like myself, or, you know, like you, if you choose, you know, to join me on this crazy journey. I want to kind of pop that in their head too. This is when, at my rep sessions, I have a folder that I have an order form in, a product catalog, and I also have the ARC Steps to Success worksheet, so I'm going to kind of go through that a little bit at the end. So this is the page that I'm going to sample the greens. The greens berry. I just put it in a water bottle, shake it up, give them a little taster. I'm going to do a Fat Fighter demo, and I sample the lip and eye cream. And then if you don't have all of that stuff, the only thing that you super need when you're first getting started, I want you to have the greens when they go, and if you don't have any of those, I'll give you, a couple to get started. And the fat fighters. Okay, so we have to do a fat fighter demo at the party. So, because once people see what the fat fighters can do, they're like, oh my gosh, I need that in my life. If you don't know about our fat fighters, it's basically a sugar and carb blocker. And so in our demo, we crush up the pills and put it in a cup of water. Well, first we start off with the water, and then we're like, here's your stomach. It's like that, remember that commercial in the 90s? Like, here's your brain on drugs. I kind of a little joke. So you just start with a cup of water, just normal water. I'm like, hey, here's your stomach. And then you add oil. Like, here's Super Bowl Sunday, here's pizza and beer, here's McDonald's. And they're like, oh my gosh, I totally did that, And then you add the crushed up pills onto the top, and then you will literally see the fat fighter binding to the oil, and then all of a sudden, there's blobs. Oh. Well, sweetie, let's talk about it. I'm like, out the door. And they're like, poop that out. I'm like, get it out. Get it out. And then I always compare it to, I said, this is a pill. I said, have you heard of that? On the market years ago, there was a pill called Ally. And similar, but different, okay? So people would take that pill Ally, and they would be pooping out oil, basically.
Yeah.
So Ally's process bound to the fat, but that process happened in their colon. And so literally people had no time to react that there was oil flying out of their booty, okay? We're on the internet! Ah! Sorry. I said booty. I could have said something else. Is there anyone else?
There is.
Oh. Okay, so then I also make a joke about Al Roker because he wrote a book that he's like famous for this happening at the way. So I say, this process of the binding of the fat is happening in your stomach. And so then it has this, you have time that your stomach is going to have the natural progression of the way it always does to get it out. Okay, so this product is White Pants approved. Okay. I am also on this page. Hey. Also on this page, I am. Hi, girl. I'm going to have them open up their folder or look at their clipboard or whatever you have for them. And I want them to look at, because on your order form, there's going to be a retail side and a loyal customer side. I'm going to show them, hey, can you look at it's called Ultimate Body Applicator. It's the box of wraps. I'm going to tell them that a box of wraps is 4 and it's a full treatment. And I'm going to say, look, it's $99 as a retail. That's basically what you're paying me tonight by paying $25. Or you can get it for my distributor prices by becoming a loyal customer for only $59. And people are always like, well, how do I get that price? So then I go through the loyal customer program. Okay. It's getting big too. So then I say, we kind of talk about loyal customer and all of that, and then I say, hey, you know what? It's another buyer is by becoming a distributor with me. I walk them through joining the party. It's $99 to get started. It comes with a box of wraps. And I say, okay, you're going to invite your 4 friends over, and we're going to sell those 4 wraps, and you're going to automatically make your money back. I'm going to tell a little bit about my story, about how I started about Christmas time, and my husband thought I was crazy, and he's like, you've never sold anything in your entire life. I'm like, I know, I don't know what I'm doing, And I said, if I'll just sell my wraps, and if I don't sell them, I'll use them. I'm like, it's fine, So I always like to tell that story because I think it's relatable, and I think that all of you, when you were starting in this business, you kind of had that apprehension of, well, what now? Like, what do I do now? What if I can't find anyone to sell it? And I think that's okay, So this is the part that in their folder on their clipboard that I'm going to go through the steps. Okay, so step 1 is join the party. Step 2 is your 4 loyal customers, and so, I'm going to say, remember when we talked about your loyal customers? You're now in the business, and we're going to help you gather your 4 loyal customers. This is going to give you not only $120 in free product, which people turn into 2 boxes of wraps, which is 8 wraps. That's $200 profit in your pocket. But you're also going to get 2 applicator rewards, and so that is a box of wraps that you can buy for only $25. And so then I add 200, plus the other profit, and now you're starting to see people's eyes kind of light up, like, whoa, I can, and it's like, yeah, you can, and then I'm gonna say, what, we have a incredible bonus going on. It is the Ruby bonus, and last month, it was so awesome. It was a $500 Ruby bonus, and you have 2 full calendar months to get that. But you guys, guess what? Now, our company is so crazy and so generous. Now the bonus is $1,000. $1,000 for getting to Ruby, and I'm going to teach you how to get there just by following these steps. And so a Ruby is, and then I'm going to kind of stop and like, do you know 3 friends that could use a little bit of extra income? And they'll be like, okay, I'm saying this because I literally did this today. And they're like, well, yeah. I'm like, so you're going to get $1,000 bonus because I guarantee out of those 3 friends, they know 2 friends that can use a little bit of extra money. And like, then you get 4 little customers, you get them to about $400 in sales. Boom, you're Ruby, you're making commissions, you're making wrap cash. It's all awesome. I got him excited today, so she's like, all right. Okay, so just between us, and everyone on the internet, so today is June. Why did I literally almost said June. Today is April 2nd. So literally, today is the very, very, very best day that you could enroll a distributor, because the official rules say you have 2 full calendar months to get to Ruby. Well, guess what? Now April is not a full calendar month. So now you get all of April, which is basically free, and then you get all of May, which is a full calendar month, and then all of June. So whoever has not joined, or you have, your list of people, we all need to, I was calling like crazy today. We all need to call our people and be like, today's the best day to join. Let's make you $1,000 bonus on top of your, average commissions of $500. Okay. So I go over a little bit about the income chart. I don't really point out what I am unless they ask, because I don't want to be like, and look at where I am, but people usually are like, yeah, right. And like, no, I totally agree. I thought that. I wanted to be like in this Ruby executive range. And, just by teaching people and me being excited, that is the party pad. And then I'll kind of go over, okay, so what are we going to do tonight? Are you going to become a loyal customer and use our products and get my distributor pricing? Or are you going to become a distributor, love our products, get distributor pricing, and share it with your friends? Okay, that's kind of what I do. When I'm unwrapping, then I'll kind of like keep talking to them about it. Like, what are you thinking? What products are you interested in? What are your goals? Have you thought about making a little bit of extra money? And then, kind of just start that, dialogue. Okay, so let's see. I have my little agenda in my notes section. Okay. Here is. You guys live on Post-it notes, but I live on Post-it notes everywhere. Okay, here is the steps to success. And so this is literally what we do as wrap girls to run our business. This is the old one because, it's the same. It just has different pictures. So I just printed a bunch of them. So literally at the beginning of every month, I take this out, and I know that I'm going to run my auto ship. I'm going to get 2 boxes of wraps. And so I tell myself, okay, self, you need to post on Facebook, you need to blitz, you need to go and find 8 new people to wrap that month. that's not only going to help me add 4 customers and 3 distributors, but it's also going to help me run my business for totally for free, okay, which I think is so huge. Hey, Brett. Can you kids in? Oh, okay. I think Easter Bunny is hiding in there. Okay. Well, I went and grabbed me some paper, and my son's like, "What's in there?" I'm like, "Get out of here!" He's like, "Magic eggs." I'm like, "It's for preschool." He's like, "We already took it to preschool." I'm like, "I'm dropping it off for more kids at preschool." Okay, he did the same thing at Christmas. I found his Christmas gifts. Okay, so wrapping 8 people.
I think you need a different hiding place.
Idiot. Actually, at Christmas it was in a different closet, so I need to find new closets or something.
The garage.
I have to use my mom's house.
Oh, that's okay.
I have too many kids.
Sure. Okay, so I just love teaching people to run a debt-free business. I think that home businesses have a really bad rap, no pun intended, about, well, I signed up for this home business and now I have all this product and I haven't made a dime, blah, blah, blah. No, you are with It Works. You will sell your wraps. That way you are, running a debt-free business and also making that cash profit. When I first started, I knew that if I sold, let's see, 112, if I sold 6 wraps, 5 wraps, if I sold 5 wraps, I was totally in the clear. Okay, I paid for my business. I'm like, wait, that didn't cost me any money. If I sold all 8 wraps, I knew that I could walk around 2 hours and spend whatever I wanted for like $60. That's really why I started. I wanted like some nail, and I wanted a little bit of like, really important to me. With you wrapping those 8 people, then, because you're doing the party pack, and at the end, you're saying, okay, so what's it going to be? Distributor or loyal customer? This is where you're going to be able to sign those loyal customers and those distributors, okay? This is basically our roadmap. It Works is not a company that says, you have to do this or you will not get paid. This is just very suggested that if you follow this, and you teach it, and then you teach it, and then you teach it, and you are still following it, your business will just be this snowball running down a hill that you can't even stop, okay? Like, literally. Like, even if you wanted to stop it, you couldn't, because it's just like this huge, crazy momentum. But the thing is that you are, you are out there trying, okay? Some months, last month was super crazy for me, okay? I had names off everywhere. I had Post-its flying everywhere. Who knows what this month is going to hold. I'm going to still get out there and post on Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to be blitzing. I told you guys that, in 2000 I wasn't a good blitzer. It's the year of the blitz in Costco, but I literally am making myself blitz, and I think it is really taking my business to another level. Because I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Excuse me. Oh, the botanicals are getting stuck in my throat. So print this off. Put it somewhere that you can see it, whether it's in your bathroom or, I here and Brett's papers out of here. I'm like, no, I have to literally. And then when you sign a distributor, sign a loyal customer, literally right line. There is something so very powerful about putting pen to paper and seeing, yeah, I just did that. I only have 3 more to go. So that's the steps to success. Again, not mandatory, but highly, highly recommended. I now, because I was able to retire from teaching, doing this business, I now tell myself, this is my job. Filling out this paper is my job. It Works is my job, and so if I'm not filling this out, I'm not doing my job correctly, okay? You are possibly still working. you know, so it could be still a part-time job for you, which is totally okay, and totally, I did that for 2 years, you know, teaching all the way. So I was working as hard as I could, but it was kind of a different mindset. You know, I think that if you put in the amount of energy, you know, you all have these goals of, you know, X amount of dollars per month or whatever. Work like you want $200, work like you deserve $200 or whatever. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm kind of like, going on. Okay, that's step 6. Steps 2, 6. Let's see what's next. Getting the most money, we kind of talked about that. I just wanted to kind of go over making sure you're fully taking advantage of making the most money that you can with this business. And so we kind of talked about that, about, you know, making sure you're wrapping your 8 people a month and taking that wrap cash. Getting those first 4 LCs in your first 30 days. As we're getting new distributors, those first 12 customers, it's you them to get their product credit, but they will not be qualified for that Ruby bonus unless they have those first 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days. And so that's like mandatory, especially now that it's $1,000 bonus. Like, do not let one silly little LC like deter you from getting $1,000 bonus. So if you're in your first 30 days, get those first 4 loyal customers, it's $120 in product credit. You have those 2 applicator rewards. You buy a box wrap for $25 and $300 potentially in, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, you know, however long it takes to get those 4 loyal customers. That's 16 people of free wraps, basically free wraps coming your way that you can either say to them, are you going to become a loyal customer, or are you going to become a distributor? That is 16 people. That's a lot of these things. You know what I mean? And then this is the way you're building your commissions, okay? As you are bringing in distributors, we need to make sure that they are Fast Start qualified, okay? So when you are the enroller, you need to say to them, okay, like, let's get your launch party. Let's, you know, do this super fast. You want to make sure that they are set up for success and helping them get their first 4 loyal customers in those 30 days so they can get that product credit and get that fast start in their business. But as the enroller, we want them to have customers in their first 30 days because we get a fast start bonus from the company. That's a $100 bonus of Mark Pentecost being like, hey, Amber, awesome job. Thanks for giving Kat a fast start in her business and getting her excited. Those fast start bonuses, that's $100 unlimited per person. Okay, so I enrolled 8 people last month. That was $800 just in fast start bonuses. And so we need to really make sure that you're not leaving that money on the table because, I mean, $100. Who doesn't want $100? Okay, those fast start bonuses are paid out weekly. They say it's on Fridays, but it's like on Thursdays now. So it's a nice little email to get of, hey, we just put $100 into your account. I'm like, sweet, thanks for that. Okay, building to Ruby. If you are not yet a Ruby, I want this to be your goal. So I had Ruby paper. Here we go. Here's all my charts. Can I show your chart?
Yeah.
Or would you rather make one?
I don't care.
Okay, so here is Kat's chart. Okay, so this is a Ruby chart. So when we are talking about the Ruby bonus, this is what Ruby looks like. You have, so this is Kat, that's you, okay? And so Kat has 3 distributors directly underneath her. We also call this her top line, okay? So they're just like one little step directly underneath her. She has Marcy, Kimberly, and Jennifer. Oh, there she is. That's me. So under Marcy, so she has 3 direct underneath her, and then for Ruby, out of those 3, one of those people have 2. Okay, so Marcy then has Mickey, and then Marcy has Dana. Okay, so when we say, yay, you're in for Ruby, that means all the names are in the boxes. You have the distributor name. You make this happen by having launch parties, helping these distributors get to 400. 400 when I was starting sounds like this really big number. It's like 400 in volume, which I totally get. I remember it I remember it. However, you're running your 80 BB auto ship to be commission qualified, so that's at least 80, okay, at the minimum. I do 2 boxes of wraps, and so that's 112. And then your 4, 5, or 6 loyal customers that you directly have underneath you, that's gonna shoot you in that 400 range, okay? If you have 4, 5, 6 loyal customers that are ordering Fat Fighters, it's gonna take you a little bit longer, okay? If you have 4 loyal customers that are doing skinny packs, and that's 80 BB, that's gonna be, you know, your 400. So I know that number, but really, like, once you get going, it's really not, okay? We talk about being in the 400 club and how important that is, and so that's because we want to build qualified legs, okay? I did want to talk about, are we following the Ruby chart? Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. So every person is a box. A lot of people, those are loyal customers, I can do that. I'm like, oh no, I would love that though. She'd be like, you're Ruby tomorrow. Right. So every little distributor has, you know, their loyal customers and their volume underneath them. All volume rolls up. And so Marcy will have potentially, you know, if Mickey has 400 and Dana has 400, Marcy would potentially have around 800. Kat would have all of this volume to make up her group volume. Okay, so it all rolls up. Building Ruby, I mean, I think that this is just, you know, so huge because not only, you know, am I teaching Kat, you know, the foundations of building a Ruby, but then guess what Kat's going to do? Kat's going to go teach Jen, and then Kat's going to go talk to Kimberly, and it's, you know, that's what I'm talking about, you know, the snowball of, you know, leadership, and you want to be, you know, the best leader you can be, you know, to your team, because then that's the way that they're going to treat, you know, their team. Okay. I should have wrote my phone. Okay, about your hundreds list, and when I was first starting, again, Brett always made fun of me. He's like, you only have like 2 friends. How are you gonna join that? How are you gonna do a business with only 2 friends? I'm like, I know, that's crazy, right? But you know, because of social media, we know more people, you know, than we think. Mickey, right? Well, Mickey and Marcy, they went to elementary school with me, you know, and because of social media, I wouldn't have known them, you know. So, you know, make sure you're adding people, you know, to your friends list. I add like 5, 6 new people every day. So funny. Before I started with It Works, I had, this is so ridiculous and embarrassing. My Facebook name was Amber Eriks. No, Cosmo Eriks. Like, I didn't want, like, I was like incognito. Like, don't know me, you know, because I wanted to be super private. But Brett's family wanted pictures like of Damon and stuff when he was little. But now I'm like, It Works. I'm like, hey, who wants to be my friend? You know, I'm just like adding everyone. It's really important to, when you're on social media, to not just post about the products and the opportunity every single post. I think it's much better to be intentional about your posting and, you know, take a picture with your greens. Like, oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I've already had my daily fruits and vegetables. Have you? You know, or take a picture of you eating green chews, or you had pizza. Take a picture of you know, the bottle of Fat Fighters with your pea. Good thing I have my Fat Fighters, you know. So, you know, you're not only just selling it, but it's literally in your life too. You know, you are a product of the product. You are using it. You know, I take a picture of me rapping. I take a picture of, you know, hey, I have my peel on. Like, never in a million years would I ever think that I'm gonna put a picture of myself without makeup on Facebook in my moo-moo. Like, what the heck? You know? And now I do it. Like, it's just so crazy. But You wanna hear that? Sorry. It might have been something, I don't know. So going back to, you wanted me to say something about social media? I did, okay.
You did it on the.
Okay, perfect. I was like, I remember something, but did I remember it correctly? Okay, people will start to block you. If you're $59, join my business, $99, which I'm guilty of too. Like, I'm not the perfect poster. You know, but it's more important of, hey, I'm at Target today, not worried about what I'm spending. Thanks for this Fast Start bonus that just hit my account. You know, more of like subliminally, you know, talking about it works kind of, you know, in your daily life. What else? Okay. Social media and your 100s list. And so in my, I have my 100s list in here. And so I have just gone through, you know, my social media friends for, you know, my phone contacts, and I've just literally written down people's names, okay? I wrote them down of, you know, maybe they would throw a party for me and I can call in a favor. Maybe they would be interested in my products. So a business partner of mine now, and I'm constantly writing things down. Okay, now I use my 100s list. Where did I go? Okay, so now I use my 100s list, and these are the people, I'm sneaky, these are the people I'm communicating with via social media. Okay, so I literally go to their timeline because Facebook filters the stuff out. Okay, because I communicate with Jacqueline every day and Brandy every day and Diane every day, like they're always on my newsfeed because I'm always like cute kids, cuties, you know, all this stuff. So they're always on my timeline. So I need to open up my Facebook filter to these people who aren't in my life every single second, but I can make them in my life, and I can go to their timeline, start commenting on their stuff, and really just open up that communication, because guess what? They're gonna get a notification that Amber Erickson liked their picture, or I'm gonna comment every once in a while, and they're gonna be like, Amber, I haven't seen her forever. What are they gonna do? They're gonna go to my timeline and see what I'm up to, okay? And then they might shoot me a message, and we might be like, you know, talking a little bit about what we're doing. Hey, your kids are so cute. Are you still in Arizona? You know, that just like brings up the rapport again. And guess what? They're gonna ask me about It Works, because they're gonna go through my timeline and all my stuff. Make sure that your timeline has It Works stuff, okay? Social media is basically like your open sign saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, okay? You can't just hide and expect, you know, customers and distributors to fly, you know, fall from the sky. I wish that, you know, you have to, you know, work too. Communicating with them, you know, they're going to, you know, start asking you. It's funny because Brett will ask me, hey, who's so-and-so? Are you working on them to become, you know, on your team? I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? And he's like, I see you comment on their stuff all the time. Like, no, I'm just, you know, getting back in contact with people. And, you know, even if they don't, you know, join my team or become a customer of mine, like, it's just so awesome that we have social media to reconnect with, you know, these people that we lost contact with, you know, along the way. So I did say that we would have time for questions and answers. Let's see if I covered everything that I wanted to. Yeah. That's it from me, like a Q&A. And then we'll do a team picture, and then we'll be done.
And I'm teaching Ruby by following that chart and filling that out, which I know you every month, and teaching the people under you to fill out that chart and follow that. Where has it taken you as far as from what you were making as a teacher to what you're making now? It's just the time zone. Like teaching math.
Are we talking Ruby chart or Steps to Success chart?
I'm sorry, Steps to Success.
Okay. Well, I mean, these are
Right, yeah.
really like hand in hand. Like if you're doing this, you're going to need Ruby next to hand in hand. Because if you're adding 3 distributors in, here's your 3. You know, like you could be Ruby by the end of the month, really. Okay. Well, I'm not good at math, so Nikki, help me out. Well, I was making what?
16 or
2.
18.
I was making think $2,000. No, like almost 10.
10 times what you were as a teacher.
Yeah. Dang it.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
Just showing that how important it is to follow
And it's
those.
duplicatable. It's not like, okay, you guys, I want you to bring in 20 distributors this month. You know, like 7 people. You know, and then you go find your 7, and then you go find your 7, and then you go find your 7. You know, and it's not just me that's making 10 times what I was teaching. It's all of you too. You know, like you will get there. I've just been in the business for a little longer than you have. You know, so this isn't a company that it's like, well, thank you, you guys. Like I'm at the top, so just keep working. You know, like I'm still working, and everyone's going in the same direction. Before you guys got there, a couple of people were here. Our Omaha team was having their big meeting tonight too, and so they're announcing their promotions and everything. And I FaceTimed in, and I was able to introduce Sarah Seymour, who was my first distributor, and she's now presidential diamond like me, and it's just like, yeah. Like everyone's going to be presidential. The only way you will not get there is if you don't join, so you can tell all your friends that. The only way you're not going to get, to whatever rank you want is if you don't join, or if you quit along the way. There's for sure going to be bumps. Like it's not rainbows and butterflies. It's hard, like there's ups and downs. Loyal customers turn off their account, distributors flake, they won't call you back. Like it's hard, but is it worth it? Yes. Like now I get to, stay at home with these rascals every day, so, and maybe you'd never want to quit your job, but it's nice to have the possibility. It's an awesome mind shift of, hey, I don't have to be here if I don't want to be here, kind of a thing. So what else?
I'm curious, and when people, and you're talking about this stuff, have you ever come across anybody who has gone through chemo or something like that, and what their reaction is? Since I mean, that's something that, I don't know exactly what is in all the plant-based,
Right.
What is included in that.
Right. So everything, like that wrap that I had, like in the package, it has all the ingredients on that. It also, they come in a box of 4, and on the black box it also has the ingredients. And it's called our A-Suite, that's like our back office. You can always email them an ingredient sheet that they can take to their doctor. I'm a few credits shy of my doctorate to be a doctor. I don't know. See, I missed that class to what I actually call myself. So, if people, go through something like cancer, or, have strokes or, any something serious like that, I'm stepping out of it and be like, I know that you will love this product. However, please take this product information to your doctor and get it approved, because, that's what we have to do.
You'll get every medical question started. Celiac, all the goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the best way, because they want the details.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is my very first gathering,
Yeah, and we are so happy you're here.
and so I haven't seen any or heard of any testimonials.
Yeah. You want us to talk to you about some testimonials?
Well, yeah, I guess
Sure.
if that's what you
Who
want to do
has a
now.
testimonial? Okay, Tracy.
I was a distributor a long time ago, and then I kind of dropped out and signed back up, and I never stopped using the products. And I use the greens almost every morning. And there's a few days I skip. I work in a restaurant, busy restaurant, and everybody this year got sick, but everybody was in the urgent care. They were all, whether the doctor calling in sick. I was the only one who did not call in sick one time because I was ill. I was able to do my job, and I had the energy to do it, and I think that the greens is the best thing. It's my favorite product.
Okay, cool.
I can tell you first of all, we're critics. The Esther Rhythm, and I'm 54, so
That is not old.
No,
But it's
thank you,
called
don't say that.
menopause.
Please.
It's menopause. Menopause is gonna hit all of us, It's just
already
That's
been there,
why
done
I was
that.
having a really hard time, so my thyroid went out of whack.
Yeah,
My
it's a lot on your body.
menopause, everything was just crashing on me, and my daughter-in-law here, she was selling it, and I said, well, let me try the Esther Rhythm. I kid you not, it's straightened me out. My hot flashes are not near.
In the middle of summer.
That's a testimonials.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
what-
sold that. Well, it's like a quiet one, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's
people are, like,
embarrassed about it.
You don't
Secret
know.
thing, like, no one wants to talk about it, you know?
Ew, my name, I swear.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the other,
Like,
like,
mood
swings
and
Esther Rhythm is,
I was.
it's like a natural hormone, like to help
I
balance,
was
like,
shooting strips.
like
I
hot
was.
flashes.
Yeah.
But I want to know on that hormones,
You know, I'm not quite ready.
I know it's like a hairdresser, I know, it's like a,
I have the ingredient list on the, just on the e-suite.
because for us, the issue is that when you take a hormone replacement, if there's a gene in your specific family, which happens to be my mother, the minute that she took the hormones, that's when she got breast cancer. And so did every other woman in my family. I won't do that. So I don't plan on taking, I'll just do the hot flash because that's what I'm doing. And so I just want to make sure that this might not have, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Always
Yeah.
make sure for sure.
as a health science student, I used to, that's why I'm doing this, I got all the research to prove it. But doctor first, or any hormone therapies, or anything else.
Of course, yeah.
People forget what they have.
Right.
Like my mom's like, do you have any medications? It's like, no. I was like, what about that little prescription in your closet?
Oh, yeah.
Brittany, did you have one?
I have one.
Oh, perfect.
After I had my kid, my stomach, no matter how much I exercised or tried to eat right, just my skin didn't work itself. And so I called Amber. I was gonna prove her wrong. I was gonna buy her that and until it didn't work. And my husband noticed after the first draft, he's like, oh my gosh, your skin looks totally different. And so for me, that was a body part that I struggled with after having children. I'm like, I'm never gonna have the skin back again. Like, I have to go to the knife, what I thought. But after grabbing, like, I probably 4 to 6 times, I never dreamed of being able to wear a 2-piece. And not that that's not important, but it was nice to have that option without having to go in it. And I don't think I ever would have done that. But you know, when you look in the mirror and you're like, I think that the way you feel about yourself affects every single aspect of your life.
Absolutely.
And so for me, just getting over that hump, I was like, I have to share this with other
And how awesome is it when you get a text like from a loyal customer and they're like, oh my gosh, I just put my pictures like side by side, like look what I did. Like it's just like, oh my gosh, like yes.
So a complete treatment is 4 wraps. Do people do like 4 wraps every 72 hours? Because I don't feel like I see a lot of that in pictures and stuff. I see after 1 wrap and 4 uses of the tiny gel. Like, how often do people do the full treatment of 4 wraps?
So my new
And how
loyal
often do you keep up on that?
my new loyal customers, I want them to do their first 4 super fast. I want them to do their first 4 in that 72 hours. Like, okay, you're wrapping every 3 days. Like, let's, see your results. And then their next box in the mail, if they choose to keep, wrapping, then they can do it once a week when Dancing with the Stars or whatever they watch. I kind of make that's another little joke I make, like, okay, like Bachelor's on, get your water, get your wrap on. It's your own little at-home spa treatment, and just mark it on your calendar, because that's another way that you can keep your loyals, because people forget to do things, or they're like, I'm busy. I'm like, you're too busy to slap a wrap on. Like, you're not doing anything. Like, go walk around Target or go grocery shop with this, So I just, make it a point, like, okay, are you wrapping on Mondays? Are you wrapping on Wednesdays? Like, what day are you wrapping? So kind of put it on their calendar. They can use the defining gel. Like, the defining gel is like the peanut butter and jelly, to the wrap. It's the same ingredients. It's just not as concentrated. And so I use defining gel. If I could put it in shower. But, I use Define I use it before I go to bed, and then after I wake up, look out of the shower, and I put it basically everywhere. I put it on my chin, arms. I do the soup of the belly, and then down the legs, and it just, you know, keeps everything, you know, working kind of as tight as I can get it right now.
So you recommend to do once a week for how long? Like 72 hours, you said, right?
The first treatment, I want them to do it fast, and then until, you know, everyone has their own goals, and
So
so
just until you're where you want to be.
exactly.
So then once you're where you want to be, do you just stay that way, or do you do like
So
like I guess I'm curious for you, like how often do you maintain?
4 months on the top.
every 4 months,
Yes, okay. 4 month mark, and then, oh, it's, yeah, do you want 4 reps again?
Okay.
Another 4 months?
So we say results maintained 2 to 6 months based on healthy lifestyle. You know, if you're drinking wine every night, if you're, you know, going to McDonald's every night, your results, Andrea, why are you laughing? Your results last as long, you know, as Nikki who's doing Whole30. You know what I mean? Like, there is, this is as close to magic as you can get, but come on, let's meet in the middle a little bit, you know? So yeah, I mean, results are maintained as long as you allow them to. I tell people wrap until, you know, at least do a full treatment. What I do not want them to do is get a box of 4 and do 1 wrap on their belly, 1 wrap on their legs, 1 wrap on their arms, and they call me, they're like, but I did my full treatment, like why aren't I, you know, why aren't I getting there? I'm like, no, you have to do 1 full treatment on 1 full area. And then if you're satisfied and you're ready to move on, then move on to your arms, or, you know, in between, then you can do your arms or whatever. But for sure, treatment on your belly or on your legs or on your whatever.
Do you tell them every 72 hours to see the quick results?
For their
So that you
first
don't lose
treatment.
them? Because I think I do lose them with that week, and then they forget, or then they
Well-
drink, then it's 2 weeks. I do like that idea, and
I do want them to get excited and
Right.
see that results, you know, fast. Just like for my new distributors, I want to launch them super fast. I want cash in their pocket. I want their first world of customers because, you know, we are, like, we get bored easily. So if we don't see that fast results of, you know, our body changing or that fast cash in our pocket, we're like, well, I'm bored. So I do tell them, first 4 reps, let's do them every 72 hours. Take your pictures. Pictures are a must. Again, people are gonna fight you. I don't wanna take my picture, I can't do it. No, like, I will come to your house and take your picture. You know, like, it is a must. And 99% of the time when you get a message, hey Amber, I finished my wraps, it's not working, I'm gonna turn off my auto ship. I'm like, oh, that's too bad. Can I see your picture? Well, I didn't take pictures. I'm like, I guarantee it's working. Our eyes play tricks on us, especially on our belly, especially being women. Like, until we see those pictures side by side, like, you don't know what your body looks like until you see it in the picture. You know what I mean? So,
I see
you know,
one
you have
thing
to, yeah,
actually just happened, and what's really good is because, you know, our eyes do play tricks on
yeah,
us. We are our own worst critic, and
Exactly.
actually this happened with my youngest son, his girlfriend, because we wrapped her over the weekend, and she's like, yeah, you know, and I took her pictures. I said, okay, Aaron, tell me. He goes, oh yeah, I see a real big difference.
yeah.
So sometimes you gotta get the perspective
Mm-hmm.
of somebody else, because they might always see that, but if
Right.
you can get the perspective of,
That's
you
what,
know, somebody else, they go, oh yeah, I see the difference. And they go, oh, then they'll see it.
Yeah. And when I'm with a loyal or I'm, you know, one-on-one, and I put their pictures side by side in a collage, because remember we did front and side, so I do a 4 grid, I do before on the top and then after on the bottom. I literally, you know, we're looking at our phone or at my phone or their phone or whatever, I'm like, look, don't you see? And I'm literally pointing out exactly what I see, because until I'm painting the picture of, you know, what I see is happening, because I've seen millions of bellies now, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, what? You don't see your belly button? It's totally raised, like your sides are tapered. So you kind of have to point it out to them, and, you know, to kind of train their mind of like, oh, that's what I'm looking for. You know, because people don't know what there needs to be.
Right, you're not gonna have a six pack immediately.
Right.
But my daughter actually got the line. She's very happy.
Oh.
She just, she had twins, January, 4 years ago, and then me last year.
Yeah, see mine too. Yeah, I learned
So do you ever see it not
Yeah, I've seen one of our first distributors was a bloater. So what else that can happen is that in the 45 minutes, an hour, however long you're wearing the wrap, however much water you're drinking, you can get a toxic bloat. Okay, so this is someone who is possibly a smoker, a high convenience diet. That means a lot of fast food, a lot of caffeine, a lot of soda, creamer in their coffee. The 45 minutes or the one wrap was not enough time to pull everything out and get it out. So you could see, a bloat. So when I tell, and I do say that when I'm doing the party pad, and then that's another joke that someone always at the wrap party, they will say, "Oh, that'll be me. I'll be the bloater." Every single party. It's losers because not only are we going to see, 9 out of 10 people will see a result in 45 minutes. That one person, out of 10, they're going to be our bloater. They have more toxins that it wasn't enough time for them to pull out. However, the results give progressive results over the wraps give progressive results over the next 72 hours. So you need to keep drinking your water. We recommend half your body weight in ounces per day. So all day, I want you to drink 50 ounces of water. And, take your pictures again on the third day. Not guaranteed, but almost guaranteed, like our bloaters are losers, okay? And that's another reason when we go to like one team, one missions, like the big meetings and stuff, they usually start off the presentation of who saw results in one wrap. The majority of their hands go up. Who saw results in 2 wraps? Now a handful. Who saw results in 3 wraps? Who took the full treatment, to see results? There's still hands in the air, a very select few, but that's why we say 4 wraps is a full treatment. 12 is a procedure. There was a video floating around Facebook yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it of what's her name? Susan Wade. She
so angry.
Yeah, she's like, I'm angry. I am so angry. And you're like, okay. She's like, I was at, Kroger, Fry's, whatever we have, and she's like, I found these Crest white strips, and no way can it whiten my teeth in 45 minutes. I'm gonna put this strip on, and it's no way. Basically, talking about the wrap, and people are like, no way can I put this on my body, blah blah. And then she says, and I need to do this full box. It's a full treatment, or whatever the box needs or whatever. And it's basically the same as the wraps. Okay, 1 wrap is a trial. We will see results. What's going on over there? Yeah, I'm like, hey. 4 wraps is a treatment, and I always equate it to the Crest white strips, because once you say oh, you're not just going to do 1 Crest white strip in the box. People are like, oh no, you have to do the whole box. And then I'm like, have you ever done Botox? Do you have any friends that do Botox? And most of the people know at least one person. Like, did they go in just once? Like, no, they went in for a full treatment. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what this box of wraps is. It is a full treatment. And you can either buy it from me for $99, our retail price, or you can become a loyal customer and do $59.
So does it just tone, or it also loses, you lose weight? Or it has to be?
It's not a weight loss. It is a tightening, toning, and firming. So if you have, saggy skin, cellulite, stretch marks, all of that are going to be reducing the appearance of all of that. So it's like a skin treatment.
Okay. And then that's pill?
The fat fighter.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. Now that will help you lose the weight.
This is like, you can either do this as a cheat meal of, oh my gosh, we have pizza and beer, I'm gonna take 2 after, a large cheat meal, I'll take 2, after Easter brunch on Sunday. Or you can use it in aiding your weight loss, and take it more frequently, to build your weight. Yeah.
They do.
I remember the 1-to-1 missions too. I remember like when they have you raise your hand and stand up. I remember some of the people that were selling didn't stand up until like the 5th or 6th lap. Like some people that are now selling the product did not see any results until the 5th or 6th lap.
Yeah.
So I always tell people too, like every single person will have results. It's just how long does it take for the results, and you have to follow.
Well, and it's like, running on the treadmill. You're not gonna go to the gym tonight and run, for 20 minutes and be like, well, hello, Summer. I'm ready for you. Oh, I went to the gym today. It was me waiting.
And in your sessions, because you promote all of the drinking of the water, you don't like bring anything like good water. Like I might set up, cucumber water or
You
something
can.
of that nature.
Or I tell my hostess, because they usually are like, can I set up fruit? Can we do wine? What can we do? I'm like, no, case of water. That's it. And they're kind of like, what? I can't, do a spinach dip. I'm like, nope, just water. Easiest, party you'll ever have. So, I mean, you can cute it up if you want, but not necessary. Do you have something?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my first party since I'm a new distributor, but since our website's closed down, how do we order supplies? Or I know we have our auto ship every month, but can we place another order besides our auto ship?
Yeah, of course.
It's closed, so it's like. The warehouse is closed?
Oh, yeah, it'll be open tomorrow. Oh, you can decide still open. Yeah. Yeah. They're just, oh, no. Yeah, no, it's all good. They're just fixing some shipping stuff, and so.
I remember that.
Yeah, sometimes Google Chrome, or if you're working on your iPad, putting in like a loyal customer distributor, always start in Google Chrome from an iPad or a device, because sometimes like at the very end, like it won't process if you're just in regular internet Explorer. Oh, no. Okay, let's take a picture. Hey, Brett, can you take a picture of us?
Yeah, where's the selfie stick?
Oh, I know, right? You guys should put selfie sticks at the table at the wedding. I saw that. So, do you have a good favorite idea?
No, I just sent my recipe.
Well, there's that.
Thank you.
Where you can download it. Automatically sends you everybody.
Oh, that's cool. Or using a hashtag.
I already did that. Oh, you did? Yeah, okay. I was thinking that was at 11:30. I was gonna text her and tell her to stop.